Hope for Living with Pastor Tony Rodriguez of Calvary Chapel, New Beginnings in El Paso, Texas.
Are many of you feeling anxious these days with the rising cost of living and ongoing inflation, with the burden of healthcare expenses, with concerns about public safety and crime, and with wars and the rumors of wars? But here's the real issue. It's not what's happening around us. It's where we choose to fix our eyes. If we allow the things of this world to consume us, they will overwhelm us. But if we allow God and His Word to fill us, they will sustain us. This is a time to get on our knees, to pray, and to seek the Lord. And to ask. The world can never provide it. Only God can. And He is waiting for you to come to Him. Philippians 4, verses 6 through 7 instructs us, "Be anxious for nothing, but in everything giving, let your requests be made known to God. And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus." May God bless you with His peace that surpasses all understanding.
You have been listening to Hope for Living with Pastor Tony Rodriguez of Calvary Chapel, New Beginnings in El Paso, Texas.
915.
Testify.
I got stricken with this horrible disease called multiple sclerosis, and I was given a 4-year death sentence. I said, no, I'm not going to take this. And I said, no, my God is greater. With God's help and the encouragement of my family, I did what was necessary. I did what I needed to do. Something I always wanted to do since I was 11 years old. It's getting into the Border Patrol, and I succeeded. It was a gut check and a real kick in the teeth, if you will. I had always been a sports player. Always been active since I was 3 years old in sports. And this year, I celebrate 14 years with my wife. The 14 extra years that the Lord's given me, I was able to marry my wife and have the children we have. My name is BJ Hunt. I'm from El Paso, Texas, and I give all the glory to God. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for what He did for me. And if He can do it for me, He can do it for you.
And they overcame Him by the blood of the Lamb
And by the word of their testimony.
desertvoice.media.
915 Talk is a production of Desert Voice Media. You can visit desertvoice.media to learn more.
915 TALK.
The world is looking at El Paso.
What will we say to the world? From the KELP studio in El Paso, this is 915 Talk.
And now your host.
Good afternoon, beautiful citizens of the borderland. This is 915 Talk. I'm your host, Andy Frecka. Today we are yet again broadcasting from the heart of the world's largest borderplex. This is episode 312 of 915 Talk, back Daddy Del Norte.
Wow.
Episode 312.
Okay.
And it's the first episode that we're going to discuss a very, very important subject.
Oh, what is that?
We're going to be talking about the benefits of blue corn.
Okay.
Okay, so I think you're a connoisseur of tortilla chips.
Yes.
Right, Mac Daddy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Have you ever had blue corn tortillas?
That I don't believe I have, unless I didn't know about it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
That's a little disappointing.
Yeah, I mean,
Have you seen them at the store?
I have, but
Yeah.
I guess that's what I'm trying to recall.
They're like a darker color.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So really, I mean, I feel like we all need to know more about blue corn and its benefits,
yeah,
right?
Sure.
Because it's a group of several closely related varieties of flint corn grown in Mexico, the southwestern United States, and it's one of the main types of corn used for the traditional southern and central Mexican food known as tlacoyo. Do you know about tlacoyo?
No.
Yeah, it's Tlacoyo.
No.
It
You know, it's funny because when I saw them at the store, I mean, I've seen them. They look more like purple.
Yeah,
Right?
it's not like blue
Right.
like the flag.
And purple is my favorite color, and I'm like, I
right.
should try those.
No,
But
no, they're
I don't
pretty
know.
good.
I
They're
don't
pretty
know.
good.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to try them.
You're probably thinking that we're going to be talking about blue corn tortilla.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I guess that's what we're already talking
We're
about.
talking
but,
about that. Okay.
But we're going to be talking about something a little bit different today.
Okay.
We're going to be talking about blue corn waffles,
Oh, okay. I see where you're going.
right? Do you?
Yeah.
So we're going to be talking about blue corn waffles, and you're not going to believe this.
Okay.
But first of all, do you like waffles?
I do like waffles.
You do
yeah.
like waffles?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's actually, so I was gonna tell you my favorite waffles are the Texas-made waffles. Have you seen those? The shaped
Oh, you want it to be shaped like
like
Texas?
Texas.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about because I stayed at a hotel recently.
Yeah.
And I think that's the highlight of staying at a
For
budget
reals.
budget
For
hotel
reals.
is if you get the breakfast included and they have the Texas shaped
Yeah.
waffle maker,
Yeah.
right?
I thought that was pretty.
and
neat.
you get like the butter and the syrup going, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well,
Yes, sir.
but the benefit of a blue corn waffle is it has higher protein
Okay.
and it has a little bit of a nutty flavor. It's more filling.
Have you ever had? Speaking of waffles, have you ever had waffles with ice cream?
Waffles with
Yes.
I do not believe
waffles
I have.
with a scoop of ice cream,
I mean,
just in the center, just
with syrup on top.
with syrup. No, I skipped the syrup.
Yeah.
That's too much sweet.
There's this comedian, and he talks about how we as Americans eat too much cake as it is. Yeah, we need the coffee. Yeah,
Yeah.
Carmen's bringing us coffee.
Yes.
Yeah. Bring it all. Yeah. So, so he's talking about how Americans will eat cake after dinner, and then in the morning they're like, "Let's eat something." Like more nutritious,
Yes.
and they'll eat pancakes,
Oh,
and you're suggesting waffles with syrup.
No, waffles with ice cream.
Just waffles with ice cream.
Yes, just a scoop of ice
What
cream.
what about chicken and waffles?
Oh man, I don't. Yeah, I guess so.
I've actually never had that.
I've never had that. It's a trend.
So so today we have a very special guest with us.
Okay, yes,
Do you know why he's special, Baghdadi Del Norte?
definitely, because he brought blue corn waffles to the studio.
Which proves that he is the unique expression of an
Yes,
innocent creative God. Also, Mac Daddy, there's a plate of waffles in here for you.
Ooh, praise God.
Carmen, come and get Mac Daddy his waffles.
Oh, thank you, Carmen.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Okay. Carmen's coming in. Pour some syrup on the waffles. Just a little bit. Yeah.
Or on the
And-
side so you could dip it.
Yeah.
On top is fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Perfect.
Thank you.
You're doing great. Okay. Then, Carmen, take that to him, and then we need some forks and knives out of the break room in here. We're gonna
wanna do
be
nacho stuff?
civilized. Okay. So Mac Daddy Del Norte. This is episode. What did I say?
312.
Oh, 312. Okay. So recently we celebrated
Yeah.
episode 300
Yes, we did. More like we celebrated 299. It was kind
or
of weird.
301.
301.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was a little bit awkward.
was a little weird.
because we had a big plan for the 300 celebration.
Yeah.
And the plan was to eat blue corn waffles.
Oh, that was the plan?
yes.
Oh, no way.
Yes. So
We're 12
about
episodes
that.
behind.
We'll talk about that here in a minute. We'll talk about that. So this is like our belated 300 episode celebration.
Okay.
So we have a special guest. He brought us.
I've had them.
No.
Okay.
You're gonna eat with me. She can try a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
She forgot about the knives. It's okay. So he doesn't just make blue corn waffles. Our guest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He also makes
that's interesting.
he makes documentaries.
Oh yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he makes documentaries.
Okay.
We're going to be talking about that. A lot of things going on in New Mexico that our audience needs to know about. And he's running for the state house in New Mexico.
Yes,
He's
yes,
a
he
politician.
is. Yes, he is.
So he's a politician. He's a waffle maker.
Wow.
He's a documentary maker, and
Man with a lot of talent.
Yeah, a lot of talent. So also he showed up a little late, which is why we.
Right on time.
Which is
Hey, he brought food. He brought dinner, so he's on time.
Yeah, he's right on time. That's
There we
right.
go.
So without further ado, let's give a very warm Borderland welcome to the one, the only, Mr. Ben Luna. Ben, welcome back.
It was tough getting back. I had deja vu. And I was like, you know what? This looks familiar, but it doesn't look like I'm at the right spot. I was 10 minutes early to the wrong address.
Yeah. 10 minutes early to the wrong address. Also known as late. This is super fun. This is something I've always dreamed of saying on 915 Talk. Ben, would you please pass the syrup?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So you brought us some blue corn waffles, and you run this documentary production company, and what's the name of the production company?
It's actually One Name, One Banner.
One Name, One Banner.
Yeah, and that's definitely biblical. One name. There's one name above all names.
Okay.
And then his name is Jesus, and then Jehovah Nissi, the Lord our banner. So One Name, One Banner.
One Name, One Banner.
Yep.
One Name, One Banner.
Yep.
Okay, I mean that's a pretty good name for a production company. It's biblical, as you said.
Yeah.
Just workshopping here for making a documentary. If you're making a film company, what do you think about like the name of the production company being Blue Corn Waffle Productions?
You never know, man.
I mean, I feel like that would really pop out. Like people would.
Well, like the old Ninja Turtles, they just had that blue house that just kind of like cut half the roof off. Remember that, or something like that? I can't remember what that was.
I think that was after my time, or I didn't have a TV growing up.
No, this was the old ones. Like I think before I was born.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, those Ninja Turtles.
Back when I didn't have a TV.
Possibly.
Okay, so Blue Corn Waffle Productions. Okay, so I'm about to take my first bite of Blue Corn Waffles. What do I need to be made aware of?
It'll actually fill you up a lot faster.
It'll fill me up faster.
Yeah.
Okay. What about the flavor?
Well, let's see. Doesn't taste like just airy bread, right?
Okay.
Right.
Well, it's like a thicker texture.
Thicker texture. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mac Daddy, you having a waffle? Okay. What do you have to say about the waffle,
Yes,
Mac Daddy?
I did.
I think you're our food connoisseur here.
You know what it tastes like? It actually tastes like Fritos. It has that Frito-Lay flavor.
Fritos?
A sweet Frito?
Yeah.
A sweet Frito.
It does. It gave me that sensation.
The corn,
the
corn,
the
taste,
corn,
yeah.
the
Oh,
corn flavor.
Yeah. Okay.
I can see that.
Yeah. Okay.
I was like, oh,
okay. You might need to work on your
my taste buds.
description for advertising purposes. You're eating a waffle and you're like, it tastes like Fritos.
Tastes like Fritos with bean dip.
No.
So blue corn waffles. You're not the only person in the world making blue corn waffles.
No. Actually, to be honest, I got this from a guy that I helped. It's actually, I probably made the mixes, but yeah, it was at his shop. And so in one side, there's the corn roaster. Then there's the corn miller. It mills the corn into fine powder.
I'm really getting into this. Like
Yeah.
the more I eat it, the more I'm into it.
Yeah.
But please keep talking so I can keep eating.
Yeah. So
you had the corn toaster and the corn
roaster.
Oh, roaster.
Yep.
Corn miller.
Certain degrees do certain things. There's distilleries that buy the corn as well. They make other things, not waffles.
Beverages.
Yeah, beverages.
Corn beverages.
Corn, yeah.
I feel like that's not a discussion that for this radio station.
Yeah.
But I am.
But anyways, so the corn roaster, then you cool it, then you send it to the miller, then you bag it.
Okay.
That's one side of the factory, and then on the other side is the actual production to put it in mixes.
Okay.
And the recipes.
Okay.
And so after the recipes, you send it into the hopper. Then from the hopper, it goes into bags. And then from the bag, it goes to the sealer.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll get that seal. You'll get a date. And then after that, it's labels. But if we do mass production, we don't put the labels on yet. Because sometimes we did private labeling.
Okay. All right. So
So
you
could-
actually just buy corn and turn it into waffles.
Correct. So you could have KELP, blue corn waffles.
KELP blue corn waffles.
Yeah, as merch.
As
Not as merch, but
Yeah, I mean, I feel like all the other radio stations are doing like decals, and Very few radio stations out there doing Blue Corn Waffles merch. They're doing T-shirts, pop-ups, and community events. We're just gonna pull up with bags of Blue Corn Waffles.
Hey, you'll stand out. You'll stand out, and you'll probably be the favorite booth.
I mean, absolutely. Okay, so
what do you think about the flavor?
no, I'm actually genuinely enjoying this. It's described often as more of a nutty flavor, which, like I love staying at a budget hotel, going down to the free breakfast and getting the super cheap waffle. But it's clearly just
Air.
sugar
Yeah, and sugar.
in the cheapest flour known to man.
Yeah.
And so this is interesting because, like you said, it would fill us up. Can you speak to the protein levels in blue corn? And I mean, we're not nothing in this broadcast is in any way to be construed as medical advice.
Well, the protein definitely is higher, but extra fiber. So a lot of the carbs in there are fiber as well. So it helps with digestion.
Okay.
It helps with lowering the blood
Mac Daddy could
blood
use
pressure, cholesterol.
Oh, it helps with blood pressure.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah,
I really need this in my life.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell my wife right now.
I mean, okay, so you're eating a few more bites, right, Mac Daddy?
Yes, yes.
Do you have an update?
Still tastes like Fritos.
He didn't get enough. He didn't get enough
Does not
syrup.
taste like Fritos.
Carbonated at all. I just had a bite.
You have syrup, right? Are you dipping it in
yes,
syrup?
yes. I mean, but I don't want to taste the syrup. That's
Oh,
the thing.
bro, the maple is like. Yeah.
Because I mean, then that's a whole
He
different story.
harvested this maple syrup
No.
from Sam's Club.
All the listeners are like, "What's going on?" Like,
Yeah.
they're just
So,
barely-
okay. So, this production facility is in Chaparral.
No, it's actually in Albuquerque. Yeah, that
Oh,
one is.
Albuquerque. Okay.
Yeah. So what I want to do is I want to start my own in Chaparral.
Okay.
Yeah, because over there, pretty much I helped this guy. He was gonna quit on his business, really. And so I told him, I was like, "Hey, I'll come over there. I'll put my stuff on hold, which is our contracts,
Okay.
and then I'll come up there and learn the whole process, and we'll hire people I know. Like I could find people. I know I could find people, and we did. And so I learned the whole process. Learned it from start to finish. Manned it myself by myself for quite some time, and I actually enjoyed it because I've been in a food factory before, but this was kind of like the first from start to finish that I was able to do by myself.
How many employees man a successful blue corn waffle production facility?
Well, technically, you could probably get by with 2, and
Okay.
that's kind of pushing pretty hard. 4 makes it really easy to
Okay.
where like you kind of separate the duties. One's just the roasting and the milling and the bagging. The rest is the actual mixes, and the packaging. And
So there's this man in Albuquerque who, I mean, he lost the vision.
He stayed with it. He stayed with it. He ended up getting a contract at the Sun Port.
Okay.
Yeah, he did well. The products were still being sold at the airport over there. So that's kind of like another thing that encouraged me as well. Is like, hey, what I did, I didn't just rebrand a company. I made it to where it was, I helped them be successful in an airport.
Okay.
is
So
huge.
other than KELP, who are your other potential customers for blue corn waffles?
Well, to be honest, we're actually going to be coordinating through one of our documentaries. We have a cast member. She has about 500,000 followers on Instagram. I think maybe 250,000 followers on Facebook. And we're actually going to launch a brand on there. I won't tell you the name yet because it would be a really catchy name and somebody else would take it. But it does have to do with prepackaged mixes.
Is it a pun using the word chaparral?
No, it has nothing. It probably has more to do with like the national level, political level. Like a lot of the things that's happening with the food, non-GMO.
Oh, like red, white, and blue
non-preservatives.
corn waffles.
Yeah, you keep guessing. I won't let it go.
You said the national level.
Yeah.
So, is there an advantage to having a production facility in Chaparral as compared to Albuquerque?
Yeah, I think so because one, they want to incorporate over there in Chaparral. And you need businesses there. You need businesses that spend local, shop local, and you need to build that community. And so that's one reason I want to invest there. I want to invest not just in the company itself, but into the people. I know it could blow up. I saw how fast.
In a positive way.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the roaster, like whenever you first pour the corn into the roaster and all the loose dust fibers.
Oh, you gotta be careful.
Oh yeah, that can be dangerous.
No smoking.
Yeah.
Okay, so where do you source your blue corn from? I mean, a lot of people, they're getting it from all over, but where's your blue corn coming from?
Well, this was coming from northern New Mexico,
Okay.
and I've done some research. You could look it up. Buy blue corn. It would probably be blue corn meal. It would probably be under that label, blue corn meal.
Oh, so you're not actually buying like blue corn on the cob and shucking?
No, not shucking corn. You could actually buy about, I think they were like 2,500 pound totes.
Okay.
Yeah, and then they would pretty much go into a conveyor and a whole little system. But I don't think we would need to go that big.
Okay.
But we would probably still buy something, I would say 2,500 pound pallets.
Okay.
Worth of 50-pound bags.
Okay, so you're getting these 2,500 pound pallets of blue corn meal.
Yep. No. We would actually order the blue corn.
Okay.
The blue corn separate, because you could actually make pozole. Did you know that that's what pozole is made from? Corn?
Wait, what's going on here? Are we making waffles or are we making soup?
I made both over there. I made both. So pozole is actually just the corn boiled, and there's a certain agent that you add to the boiling corn that allows the skin to come off. And then when the skin comes off and you rinse it and you let it dry, that's pozole. That's dry corn pozole. But yeah, pozole is
okay. So
it's not in a can.
I mean, an idea we could workshop is a destination eatery, like a restaurant in Chaparral.
Yeah.
And in the morning, you'd serve blue corn waffles, and then like after say 11 a.m., it just switches over to pozole.
There you go.
Right?
Pozole's good any time of the day, though.
Yeah, we talk a little bit too much on this program about menudo. And a lot of our guests are like, I'm not a menudo guy, I'm more a pozole guy.
Pozole's, I like pozole better.
Oh, you too.
Yeah.
This is Ben Luna. He's running for House District.
Let's attach his name to that comment.
District what? 55?
53.
53. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. I missed the giant T-shirt you're wearing. Right. So Ben Luna is running for House in New Mexico. He's with us today. He's also brought us blue corn waffles. He's setting up a production facility in Chaparral. Oh, I'll have some more later on. Okay. They are quite filling. They're delicious as well. He's also making some documentaries. I only watched a few minutes of one of the documentaries, but you were talking about some of what's going on in the schools up in Las Cruces. What was that about?
Yeah, so as far as the schools, what's crazy, so 2 years ago is when we actually started the filming process and booking the guest speakers and stuff like that. And we only speculated that within these new laws of New Mexico, we were assuming that, random people can take your children and facilitate transgender and abortion procedures or give them hormone therapy.
Okay.
Without your knowledge. And so we were just speculating that could possibly happen. Recently, I would say like within the last few months, the leadership, the leader of the Republican House caucus, she actually made a post and posted a whole article stating that very thing. Like after the damage has been done, like they've already been researching on damage that has been done. And they said that is the case. And so within that documentary, we also talked about how you could go to family court and let's say you didn't affirm your child. Well, a judge that's a part of the same, ideology can rule your house as not being safe and take your child from you. And then you're in the family court system. And the family court system is a $128 billion industry. And I believe it adds 1 million families per year in our nation.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay, so you're talking about what I'm hearing you say is the government is in New Mexico is trying to play parent.
Yes, and so with these laws, they set up health-based clinics right next to schools. So they always say, well, it's not on school property, but it's like literally the fence over.
Okay.
And so what they do is there are children. There's some parents within the documentary that actually tested it out. They went to a school and acted as if they had a child that wanted to affirm, but they don't want to talk to us about it. But if they talk to you about it, would you allow them to get the health care? And they said yes. They told them to their face yes. And they have this on undercover video and audio. And so this is in a conservative city, I believe, Edgewood, known for being conservative. Mm-hmm. And so that was happening there. But in Otero County, the superintendent there, he was booked to speak in Albuquerque at a big convention for a lot of people in school boards and stuff like that. And he said we have to use guerrilla warfare tactics to get CRT and DEI and all these different agendas within the schools. And so they don't say certain things to make parents alarmed, and they do keep it hidden. And and so I had towards the end of that documentary, we were editing, and I actually interviewed a whistleblower who was a school counselor or a school therapist. And I asked her, I was like, well, hey, Trump made these executive orders saying you can't pass, talk about these trans and gender ideology within the schools or else you'll lose your funding. And I was like, have they sent out an email or have they said anything like, hey, we're not going to do this anymore? The president has issued an executive order. And she was like, no, like you'll still be shamed if you don't call them by their pronouns. Mm. And that was somebody within staff. And so it's a very alarming issue whenever the people who have access to children 8 hours a day within the public schools are forcing these things. And then they're also labeling parents, and they're bringing that wedge. So here's kind of a scary thing. Two of my cast members have recently gone through this.
Okay.
Their child ran away and self-abused themselves, but blamed the parent. And Child Protective Services took the kid, and so they're in that same situation. Now that child, within like 2 weeks, that child is now saying, you guys were lying to me the whole time. What's happening at the border and with ICE and about even Christianity and God, and like literally just flipped within 2 weeks of time of being indoctrinated with a therapist or probably a guardian ad litem or whatever. But yeah, within 2 weeks time of being isolated and with these people, that child completely turned on his parents.
Wow. Okay. So when you're making these documentaries, you're putting them out. You sent me a link for X. Where else can people find them?
Yeah, so the movie is actually on SaveOurChildrenMovie.com.
SaveOurChildrenMovie.com.
Yep. Yeah, you can look it up there. You can watch the trailers. And then if you go to Salem Now, that's probably the best place to actually rent it and buy it. Mm-hmm. SalemNow.com. Type in Save Our Children in the search bar, and you'll be able to rent it or buy it.
Okay. All right. And how long is this documentary?
It's actually an hour.
An hour.
Yeah,
okay.
It's very, very short, actually.
Well, that was longer than what I expected. So
yeah. Well, we are gonna kind of revamp it. I've talked to your son-in-law. We actually had a meeting, and another documentary we filmed with one of our ranchers. We kind of filmed some stuff already, and I just wanted to show her like a mock-up trailer, and I gave it to him, and the dude made it look like a movie. Mm-hmm. Like it was just like on the go stuff, and yeah, he did an amazing job. So the remake of Save Our Children is going to be like night and day difference. It's going to look good.
Yeah, shout out to Francisco, and but SaveOurChildrenMovie.com, SaveOurChildrenMovie.com. Just talking about what's going on in New Mexico. We started off the program talking about Blue Corn Waffles. We're here with Ben Luna. He's running for District 55 House in New
53.
Mexico, talking about just what's going on in New Mexico and Ben's efforts both in the area of business, but also in the area of, media with this documentary. So appreciate what you're doing there in New Mexico. We will continue our conversation, and I'm going to continue eating blue corn waffles. But first, we have Charlie One on the phone. Charlie One, what are you sitting out on the roads this afternoon?
Couple of things, Andy, but I want to first get to this crash in the county. I-10 East at Clint, we have a crash. Now, this happened earlier, but it's a fatality, and so it's really what they're doing is blocking off completely I-10 East at Clint, completely blocked off. They're detouring the traffic there to the access road. So again, we see right now is a long line of bumper-to-bumper traffic, a lot of 18-wheelers there, and just really bumper-to-bumper border highway. You're headed, not border highway, I-10 East, if you're headed towards the Clint, that area right there blocked off, the eastbound lanes blocked off completely because of the seriousness investigation going on of that crash. Also, in the valley, this one, border highway east in San Marcial, we have the right two lanes blocked there. That's still blocked there. We see the barrel still up there, and you're in single file there on the border highway east at San Marcial. Andy, back to you.
Well, Charlie One, that's quite the deal. I know there was that tragic accident this morning. That was before 11 a.m., fatality on I-10 East, close to Clint. But you're saying I-10's still closed there, or they're still opening it up?
It's still the eastbound lanes, Andy. They're closed, and still a lot of back up there, a lot of single file traffic right there.
Wow. Yeah. Prayers and thoughts for the family involved. What a tragedy.
Right.
Yeah, Charlie One, today in the studio we have my first guest to bring in some food. He brought in some blue corn waffles. We're enjoying those. They're hitting the spot. They're very filling. The blue corn has, a higher level of protein, a little bit of a nutty flavor, and it's really hitting the spot. But later on, I might want to grab a bowl of menudo on my way home. Where would you recommend that I look for that bowl of menudo?
And you might even combine and those waffles and then the menudo also just kind of makes a good combination there. But you can pick it up at Eastside Choice Meats, Lumaland, and Traywood. It's prepared. It's homemade. They're in containers. Pick it up there at Eastside, and then you can take it home, put it in the fridge when you want at your own time and leisure. Just put it in the microwave. But it's those containers. You can pick them up there, homemade. Menudo, Eastside Choice Meats, Lumaland, and Traywood, Andy.
Thank you, Charlie One. We'll talk soon.
You bet.
53 in New Mexico. He's also creating a blue corn waffle business in Chaparral. He also makes some documentaries. We were talking about that, what's going on in New Mexico. But you know what, Ben? I didn't tell Charlie One that you like pozole better.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to think of what the two were. But.
Yeah, but because you said you like pozole better than menudo.
Yeah.
I don't know how we feel about that here at 915
I'm
Talk.
sorry.
I appreciate your honesty, though. But I'm looking at this bag of blue corn waffles.
This is actually blue corn or white cornbread.
Wait, what's happening?
We just did a transition.
Wait.
White
Okay,
cornbread.
so you brought me blue corn waffles to try, but the bag is not blue corn waffles. It's white corn.
White cornbread.
Cornbread. Okay, so it feels like you're cheating on the blue corn here, but
No.
are you doing
Red, white, and blue? Red corn, white corn, blue corn.
Which one is the best? Because there's a lot of people out there saying it's the white corn or the blue corn or the red corn. Everyone has their view on what corn's the best.
Whenever I ate biscochitos out of our mixes,
Pardon me?
biscochitos.
I don't
It's a
know
type
what
of cookie, New Mexico
Okay.
steak cookie.
Oh, it's the New Mexico steak cookie.
Yeah. You could get them anywhere at Walmart as well. But
Biscochitos.
yes.
Okay.
So out of those, the red actually tasted the sweetest, I think. The red
Mac
corn.
Daddy, do you know about biscochitos?
No, I don't think I've ever had the pleasure of eating one.
I think you have.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Biscochitos.
Almost every.
He's like, I
almost
think
every
you
Mex-
have. That felt like
Almost every
that
Mexican
seemed a
kid
little
has.
backhanded. Okay.
All right, I'll show you a picture.
Let me,
Yeah, okay. Biscochitos. He said the red corn is best for the biscochitos, the blue corn is the best for the waffles, and white corn is best for cornbread. Is that what's happening? Okay. Okay, you're showing. Oh yeah, I've had a biscochito.
Yeah.
Mac Daddy's has a. He definitely has a biscochito.
Oh yeah.
See?
Okay.
Super sugary.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
it is,
okay,
it is sweet.
okay.
so
Yeah.
red corn's best for the biscochitos.
I think so. I like it better.
Yeah.
The white is actually probably second place, and then
Okay.
and then the blue corn. Yeah.
Okay, because there's a lot of debate on the matter. But you're saying cornbread, you go with the white corn.
Well, no, I just brought this for you.
Are you doing anything with cornbread, or is this just you bought a bag of white cornbread?
That's our mix. That's
Are
one
you,
of our
so you're
mixes.
making cornbread too?
Yep, cornbread, waffles, biscochitos.
Now you're sounding like the guy from Forrest Gump talking about shrimp. Okay, you wouldn't believe what you can make out of corn.
Do you make popcorn?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, we were getting into that, but we actually found out it was easier to do to have a vendor make it and ship it. So
Oh, that's disappointing.
still
Okay.
still non-GMO, still
Okay.
with the mission of not adding preservatives and all that stuff.
Okay. So the white cornbread. Tell me about that.
To be honest, like all the cornbreads, they're probably some of the best I've ever had. It doesn't
Okay.
taste like the public schools cafeteria, like real chalky and dry, falling apart. It tastes amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody that's had it is pretty mind blown. The waffles are actually the big hit. So the waffles, there's actually a bunch of combinations. There's with pinon, there's with green chili, with there's some combos in there.
Oh, so you make like, hold on, blue corn waffle with green chili.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not going to be like green chili like from a can. No, it's going to be powdered green chili mixed with the mix.
Okay.
To where it has like a sweet and
A
spicy.
little bit of a pizzazz.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so let's go back to the Albuquerque airport, the Sunport.
Yeah.
Who's selling these up there? Is it like a restaurant?
It's actually no, it's not a restaurant. He has like a kiosk. What was kind of cool is the local, I think the city government did like some kind of program where they picked like 6, unique entrepreneurs throughout New Mexico.
Okay.
And one, you had to be able to meet scale because it's a lot more demand for the airport, but at the same time, it had to represent New Mexico. It had to kind of represent the culture.
Okay.
And so blue corn atole is like one of the oldest drinks in New Mexico. It's like a porridge. For me, yeah, like just ground up corn, roasted corn.
Okay.
You put it in. You could put it in a pot, boil it, add some sugar, some cinnamon, and yeah, it's a really good drink in the morning. I've drank. My daughter loves it.
Mm.
When kids love it, that means something,
Right.
right?
Okay. All right. So
But yeah.
absolutely.
But yeah, so the unique things that represented New Mexico. So one was hats, merch, and stuff like that. Another guy was fashion. One guy did wallets, custom wallets out of leather. A lady did recycled glass. So all the bad things we see everywhere on the streets or whatever, she actually repurposed it into like decorations.
Okay.
That was pretty amazing. And then there's one lady that made soaps. So anyways, we got this opportunity, and you go through this boot camp, and you have to kind of learn the ins and outs of the distribution within the airport, how to restock, how to market as well. That was a part of the rebranding as well. But how to make it appealing for people who are getting off of a plane, maybe don't want to stop, or you know what I mean? You have to you have to capitalize on the people that get on the plane or whatever.
Yeah,
they're at the
because
airport.
let's be real here for a moment. Ben Luna, running for District 53 House in New Mexico. There's not a lot of people rushing to their plane looking for blue corn waffle batter, right?
Right.
So how do you catch them? What's the pitch here?
So we did a lot of ready to eat items. So we ended up ordering our own corn nuts because we could actually make corn nuts as well. Sorry, I know we keep adding another item, but we added corn nuts, we added biscochitos, like things that, people hungry, ready to eat items. That actually draws them. Yeah.
Right. Okay. And then you kind of get them in that sales funnel with the biscochitos, the corn nuts.
Yep.
And then you offer the heavy stuff, the blue corn waffle mix.
Well, to be honest, like a lot of people they attend because of tourism anyway. So they're here like either for the balloon fiesta or visiting family, and they want to take something back to family members.
Oh, and you're like blue corn waffle batter.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Like we have everything packaged up. We were doing some baskets
cornbread,
as well.
Biscochitos.
Red, white, and blue.
Right.
All yeah. One red bag, one white bag, one blue bag.
Oh man.
Yeah. Gotta sell them, upsell. Gotta get the whole experience. You gotta try.
No, I mean that's super cool because like when we look at New Mexico, you're running for House. I've talked to different folks in New Mexico and areas of influence in the government. New Mexico is an incredibly wealthy state as a state, but the people are not wealthy, generally speaking. And so what you're trying to do is create some business. Speak into that.
Yeah. I would say I was actually talking to Francisco about like there was one time where I was doing shows, doing concerts, and my very first one, I had barely been laid off, whatever, and didn't have cell service. It was just a bad time in my life.
Okay.
Didn't have cell service, but I hosted my first show and oversold the show. Mm-hmm. So that showed me that one, I could do anything. Mm-hmm. I could do anything and not fail. Mm-hmm. If I was doing that for the devil in a sense. I was running from God. I was
Yeah.
But when I gave my life to God, gave my life to Christ, then I realized everything I'm putting in His hands anyways.
Right.
Everything's that I have, He gave it to me anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not mine. And anything that I, do for His kingdom or for His purposes, it's almost fail-proof.
Right.
Yeah, you still have like the the ups and downs and the troubleshooting of the business until it is self-sustaining and running smoothly. But whenever you do it in the right, you have the right perspective, the right heart about it. The rest comes easy. Actually.
Yeah. Well, what does New Mexico need to do maybe differently to really put money in the hands of the citizens?
Yeah, I would say a lot of the waste that's happening, the waste we're seeing nationally in other states, we're seeing it in our state as well. Mm-hmm. You had a legislative session where they created free child health care or free child daycare.
Okay.
Well, that comes from somebody. Somebody pays for that.
Right.
There's no such thing as a free lunch, right?
Yeah, well, I've tried to teach my kids that from time to time. Like, they say, Dad, it's free. No, someone's paying for it.
Somebody's paying for it. Exactly. So,
right.
So that was created. They didn't have the infrastructure for it. I think there's a lot of projects like that where a good example, Doña Ana County, which shares my district.
Right.
Doña Ana County has a lot of projects that they do, but they never think about the maintenance of those projects. Mm. And so it's like a big flashy thing. Hey, we're doing this for the community, this for the unfortunate, but there's no long-term change. And so like when the roads go undone, when the when healthcare gets ruined and damaged, businesses don't want to come to New Mexico. They leave our state. A lot of those things compound on New Mexicans. Mm-hmm. Like we live with that. Right. We live with the consequences of that. And so when that's kind of the business environment, I think, one, we need to create better policies that keeps good businesses here, makes it easier to start a business, run a business. And then not only that, you have high crime, catch and release of criminals. That hurts things we invest in. We invest in our families. We invest in our businesses. We invest in being able to sell to people. Like when you have people camping outside your business and nobody walks in to buy from you, well, that's a common thing in Albuquerque.
Right.
A very common thing. So I think becoming a more business-friendly New Mexico, one, will help a lot of people see that it's possible It's achievable. The GRT needs to be changed for sure.
The GRT?
Yeah, the gross receipts tax.
Okay.
Yeah, that's horrible in New Mexico. That's
like a sales tax?
Yeah, a sales tax.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, it's very high. Yeah, a lot of businesses are struggling just because of that right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think it was eye-opening for me in a previous conversation with another political leader in New Mexico just to realize the amount of money that the state has in their bank account. And still the as you're saying, the sales tax in New Mexico is high. So what you're saying is if that was lowered, that would help the businesses, and maybe the state doesn't even need all that money.
Even the consumers. It would help. I mean, we got to raise the
sure.
price, right?
Yeah.
On the consumers, because that has to come from somewhere.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, if you're just joining us with Ben Luna, he's running for House District 53 in New Mexico. We spent a lot of time talking about different types of corn. There's red corn, there's white corn, blue corn, and so many different things that can be done with those different types of corn. We enjoyed some blue corn waffles. Looking forward to the blue corn waffle production facility in Chaparral. Also, biscochitos.
Yep.
Those are the red corn. That's really where the red corn begins to shine. And and cornbread, that's white corn. Ironically enough, so so we have white corn cornbread, we have blue corn waffles, red corn biscochitos, and what'd you say? Corn? Was it corn? Not corn nuts. Corn
pozole.
Yeah, you're making pozole. Yeah, just lots of things you can make out of corn.
Yep.
But in the middle of all this, you're running for House. You're making these businesses. You're also making these documentaries. I saw the one documentary about some of the books that are in the public schools in Las Cruces.
Yep. Yeah, they're sexual. Some of them are pornographic. A lot of them push the LGBT message pretty graphically. Within the documentary, Juan Garcia out of Las Cruces actually reads from one of those books, and it was very, very disgusting. And I won't mention any of it here. We actually had to censor it to show the documentary in a church. We had to take that part out. But yeah, stuff like that is within the schools. And there's school boards and book review boards that are pretty much in support of a lot of these things being accessible.
Right.
And it's unfortunate. You know, they think it's activism, but it really isn't. Whenever, a radio show has guidelines on what you could say and not say, right?
Absolutely, it does.
Right? And same with TV and marketing and stuff like that. There's certain things. There's certain ratings. I mean, we have movies that have ratings, but our school books and the public schools have no kind of rating system.
Right.
And so
that's interesting.
Yeah, that's something we've actually pushed for. We will push for that again, to have a type of rating system for these books.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you have guidelines and you're fined pretty heavily if you break those, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We have to be very careful what we say on air. We're under the very, very tight rate. Actually, they're not overly tight, but they are out there, and that's an interesting idea that there be a rating system for books in schools. I mean, if we're being regulated, which we should be, as public radio, then for sure a public school library should be have some kind of controls on it, and that's what you're saying.
Exactly. There's no control mechanism.
Yeah, that's kind of wild. It was, even the few minutes I watched was pretty eye-opening for me. Why do you make the documentaries?
To be honest, it's a lot of these issues in New Mexico need a spotlight on them, and that's where the media comes into play. During the lockdowns in 2020, the media wasn't really on our side, so we had to become the media. We had to find a way to get our message, not a one-sided message, but our message out there, because there was one narrative being pushed against people who were standing against what's happening in our nation. So these issues, I mean, if you think of the harm of children, like children that are technically being, groomed and into believing gender ideology, believing they can have multiple genders, or reading these disgusting books, and then, we wonder why our kids fail in New Mexico. We are ranked last in the nation. We have been for quite some time. And so when they don't have a reading level, or they don't know what a tape measure is, they don't know how to read a ruler after they graduate, that's an issue. And whenever they have plenty of ideology, plenty of knowledge about these different ideologies, it needs to be exposed. And I told you last time, it was like, evil shouldn't have a free pass.
Right. Okay. But I would think that New Mexico's liberal leaning. You're making these documentaries. You're putting a spotlight, as you say, on the problem. You're running for House with a more conservative message. I think some people would say you're just fighting a losing battle.
No, I don't think so. Because one, we've kind of tested it out multiple times, and the referendum was actually an eye-opening movement. We did a referendum on 6 bills. We didn't successfully do it, but we did shift the voting by 50,000 votes that year, and which is huge. We hit a whole different demographic that we didn't. You don't really know the outcome until elections happen and stuff like that. But we were registering voters. Democrats and independents were signing our petition, which means it crossed party lines.
Right.
No, we've seen that happen already. And when people find out what's happening in the legislative branch and the schools and stuff like that, it's very organic to have parents come out in full support. Because when you trample parental rights and they're doing things without your knowledge, that's a very, very unifying message.
Right. Well, speaking to that unifying message, you're a Republican, and yet you work with blue corn. And I would think you would only work with the red corn, but you're working to unite across all the colors, all the parties. You're trying to cross those party lines, and so you're working with the blue corn as well. What do you think needs to happen for the blue corn in New Mexico to see the value of the red corn?
To be honest, I think
for Democrats to see what's going on with those more with conservative leanings.
To be honest, what's happening in our state is actually a lot of crazy narratives right now. It's just really chaotic. And those that are like grassroots and doing the work, we're just having to buckle up. This is probably the worst year for Republicans to run, but just because it's just so many things going on within the Republican Party at the leadership level. And so we're the grassroots people. We didn't have support before. We tried getting support before, and we still did the work anyways.
Right.
And a lot of us are running for office right now.
Yeah.
So I think that's the difference maker, is a lot of the grassroots people who have been investing their own money, been investing their own time, their own skills. A lot of us are running for office. And so that changes the game for this year. It's a lot of the referendum people, the people that push the referendum throughout our state.
Right. Well, that's an interesting point I hadn't thought about. Obviously, I don't think it's a secret that what's happening on a national level is hugely polarizing. Regardless of what people think about it, they think strongly one way or the other.
Right.
But when it comes down to the local level, right here in our community, in parts of Las Cruces, in Chaparral, even parts of Alamogordo, right? And in District 53, and a lot of those national and international situations aren't really what you're pushing for. You're pushing for what are you pushing for?
Well, what's crazy is I've been pushing for water access for our farmers and ranchers and for New Mexico for the longest time. A lot of the documentaries are about that. But now you have data centers being built, and that's a huge topic.
Right.
Very, very sensitive topic.
Sure.
But it has to do with water.
Right.
It's like now we have millions of gallons to just why the county approved millions of gallons. Let's just deal with that little part right there. The county approved millions of gallons. So if millions of gallons
For a data center.
has always been accessible, and it was just never approved for our farmers and our ranchers, that's where I have a bone to pick with a lot of these people.
Yeah.
As far as like, you know,
That's a very interesting
Right.
point. Worth being said.
yeah. And so like as far as like the advancement of technology, we do want the advancement of technology happening in America. We don't want China, you know, spearheading that and being dominant over us in that. But at the same time, now it's like now all these environmental narratives are going out they're being vaporized because data centers are being approved.
Right.
So like now there is no climate change now. You know what I mean? It's like all these narratives are gone because you approved a data center to be built right across the street from houses in Chaparral.
Yeah. No, I mean that's super interesting point, and it just points to the fact that we as the citizens who are called to steward the community that we live in, just be mindful to kind of look into the deeper issues. You're saying, you know, suddenly these data centers are showing up. They're approved for millions of gallons of water, and it wasn't accessible to farmers and ranchers before. And absolutely, we need to compete with China, but we also need food on our table.
Right, exactly.
But my question with a lot of this is with the data centers is, why do they always want to build them in the desert? There's places that have water.
Right. Well, I mean, there is solutions. Like Rebecca Dow, she had brought up the ability of brackish water.
Right.
And Texas has a bunch of desalination plants for themselves.
Right.
Did you know that New Mexico buys our water back after it's been cleaned?
I did not know that.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Especially with the big water compact.
Right.
So like, you know, the brackish water gets cleaned here in Texas and we buy it back in New Mexico.
Wow.
Rebecca Dow said that.
Yeah, if you're just joining us at the tail end of this conversation, you can go to desertvoice.media, listen to this conversation in podcast form. Today we've been with Ben Luna. He's running for District 53 in New Mexico. He's also a blue corn waffle aficionado. First guest to ever bring me food, so he's high on my list. Ben, we only have a few seconds left, but what would you challenge our audience with?
Just go to my website. We're actually going to be launching some new campaign videos. So Ben Luna 4NM, FOR, benluna4nm.com, and you'll be seeing what we're doing.
Yeah, and also to the documentary you're working on, that's SaveOurChildrenMovie.com. Ben, thank you so much for coming in today. And as we always say, let's learn to love our city, love our neighbors, and give God all the glory. This has been 915 Talk. You have been listening to 915 Talk, a production of Desert Voice Media. To listen to this or any previous edition of 915 Talk, just visit desertvoice.media and click on the 915 Talk link. Let's continue to learn to love our city, love our neighbors, and give God all the glory.
Hi, I'm Johnny Erickson Tata. And isn't it interesting how we measure ourselves by other people, hoping that will confirm that we're doing okay? Just as King Saul compared himself to young David, so many of us look for affirmation by